Xaad All rise for the Haida Nation anthem. Yo ho wee, yo ho wee, yo. Hey, hi, yo, ho wee, ho wee, ah, wee, hey, hi, yo, ho wee, ah, wee, ah, wee, ah, wee. Yo ho wee, yo ho wee, yo. Hey, hi, yo, howie, 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 hey, hi, yo, howie, 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 yo, howie, yo, howie, howie, hey, hi, yo, howie, howie, howie. Hey, hi, yo, awi, awi. Now, ooh, you may be seated. We are now going to do the class prayer and class greeting. The class greeting is something I developed. Um, Class prayer, um, the way I do it is the old fashioned way, like from the 1800s. I call this the Haida Trinity. Sing Shanawai means power of the shining heavens, also means great spirit, also means spirit of the atmosphere. Not to make it confusing, um, but Sanang Itlakas also means power of the shining heavens, also means sky chief, the chief above. Solana breaks down to he who lives above. Um, and Sanang Itlaktas could also be creator or God. Solana could also be creator, God, or Jesus. Um, God and Jesus came into play after the missionaries came, but we had this Haida Trinity before the missionaries came. So it's an old school way. O sing sanawai, O sanang itlak das, O salana, hugen sudas, kasant itlanga gudang. Have pity on what we are saying. Haji singayan talang killagan. We thank you for this day. Ayat atlan ilku kaskat dan kaskat sangdalang talang killagan. We thank you for gathering us here today. If anyone could say that 5 times real quick, I'll pay you $5. Hugen telling us das eat right. Whatever we're about to do, help us. The mantalang is the ana so that we could do it right. How us sing sanawai. How us sanang itlak das. How us salana. Akun ansh ita. Class greeting. Kitidasa hadala isis. Ditolan. Atlan anas tigurinay lagan, dalang itsa sesh tigurinay lagan, dalang es andi hangilgan, ayat kilan talang skatang, dalang ansh kil lagan, jahawa u had kil, talang skata sin. Greetings, good people, my friends, my family. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that you guys have come. I'm honored with your presence. Today we are learning our language. I thank you guys. Thanks a lot. Let's learn Haida. Before I go into Christmas songs, I should ask if anyone wants to hear We Wish You a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year again, or if you would like to go into some of these other songs like Silent Night and Santa Claus is Coming to Town, because we haven't covered those yet. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys want?
We're happy to go along with whatever you choose. I know that doesn't help.
I guess I'd like to do the new song.
Okay, yeah. Um, that's kind of what I was thinking. Um, so yeah, let's roll with the new ones. Um, and if you guys want any of these documents, just um, let me know. Um, I should state for the record that these Christmas songs are they are not to be shared on Facebook, Insta, or anything like that, uh, because they were developed um, by the nannies of Bassett. So, um, but we could use it as a teaching tool, like in a situation like this, but we are not allowed to put it out there on social media. Okay, yeah, let me write some notes. Ryan wants docs and Serene. Okay. Welcome, Shagot, Xaad Kil Class. Um, okay, so we are allowed to learn these songs. We cannot share them on social media or pass them off as something that we wrote ourselves. Um, it was the monies of Massive. Correct way of saying that in Xaad Kil would be non-lung. Non-lung is plural. For nons, okay. So bear with me. I am not a singer. Let's go over the words. Holga is night. That's the first word we see here. Holga, Holga. And then Dlias um, means calm or peaceful. So in this case, it's going to mean silent. So the song starts with those words, Hall, Godlias, and then Hall, the shortened version of night, Hun, to it, uh, Yuk, Yukdungus, respecting. So that's our way of saying silent night, holy night. All is calm, all is bright. Like I said earlier, Glyas means calm or peaceful. Hush means bright. Hustlang means very. Um, Aulas means good mother. Iskian and Hahajus, small child. And then again, we have Hahajus, small child. Good. That's our way of saying holy infant. Iskian and Huyadias. Um, yeah, beloved. I was going to say so loved. Beloved means same thing. So that's our way of saying Holy Infant. So tender and mild. Um, well, you guys could see the translation underneath. Gudong is thinking. In this case, they mean heavenly. Laya is peace, and the HL is the command marker, and Kagun, sleep, our verb for sleep. And then, of course, it's repeated. So, wish me luck. I practice, but okay. Hagaglayas, hangyakangas, layas ustlang, aulas iskien, hajus, hajus las iskien, quiadayas, kudan playas, kagang. Udan playa kagang. So that is Silent Night. And now we're gonna sing Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Ungai Gujanga, I know you're gonna recognize one of the phrases in this because you say it in our scripted conversations. And here it is right here, Jawaha. They spell it a little differently than we do. Ours is a simple JA with no tone mark. But yeah, it's the same phrase. Okay, the title ng Iwi Hadas Katlan, Santa Claus is coming to town. So it really means the one with the white beard is coming to town. So I'm going to sing this slightly different, and I'll tell you why. This is from Masset. The way we say, be careful of yourself, we say, Daman Aganshang. We even have it in our departure song that we sing at the end of class. Daman Aganshang, D2E. Yeah, so Daman Anshang means the same exact thing. I'm just not used to it. I for years I've been saying Damana Gun Kang because that's the way we say it in our Alaskan dialect. So I'm going to sing it that part in my dialect. And you could see the translations to the side. The hard part for me would be trying to keep in tune, which I'm sure I won't, but I'm going to try anyways. I don't know of a YouTube recording of this. If I do find one, I will share it. There is, if you go on YouTube and you look up Silent Night in Haida, you will find one by the dog King Guang's. I'm just going to say her Haida name. And she's an expert singer, so I can't compare with her, not at all. Okay, here we go. Nang skiwi hadas katlang. Santa Claus is coming to town. The managans kang gamsaslaan gamskikaan ajiludanga sudang nang skiwi hadas kagang Gin wadluan hal kalangan, Hansen hal kengan, Unsidan kasagis dula, Namski hadas kagan. The Managan King Gamsailaan, Gamskikaan, Aji Ludangas, Sudan, Nangskiwi Hadas, Kagan, Dan Kadas Uhal Kengan, Dangskianas Anhal Unsidan, Dang Dahanas Anhal Unsidan, Ja Anslada Jawa Ha. O the Managas King, Gamsailaan, Gamskikaan, Ajislu Dangas, Sudan, Nangskiwi Hadas, Kagan, Utlan, that's all. Um, okay, now, earlier I mentioned,
Why does it
no,
have that cross over the HL stuff on that?
yeah, I don't, that's not supposed to be there. It's not supposed to be crossed out like that. Um, because it is typed correctly, except for that bar going through the HL. But I'm not a, we're not allowed to touch this because, you know, the precious grandmothers wrote this. But yeah, good question. It doesn't belong there. Um, it is in the dictionary, and you will see it as spelled AHLJI with a tone mark IHL, and it's usually followed by oo and pronounced together.
Maybe it's signifying that you pronounce it with the oo or something. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know what that bar signifies. But yeah, it's not crossed out because it is spelled correctly. It just looks strange. Okay. Instead of my froggy voice, we're going to listen to a professional. Her name is Carson Gray. She has an album, Haida Christmas. This is Skidegate dialect. Skidegate dialect is the only dialect that spells Haida in Xaad Kil that sounds like Haida in English. So you could see right here, underline X, Aayda. So that's pronounced Haida. So this is from her Haida Christmas album. And this is First Noel. It's sung in, I think it's sung in Haida, then in English. And then after this, we'll listen to her sing the little drummer boy in Haida in English. Okay, I'm going to stop it there because I think the rest is instrumental. She went back and forth. Ida, English, Ida, and like that. Let's listen to Little Drummer Boy. I love the sound of her voice at the end of the song. And Haida, she's obviously saying or singing "Mean My Drum." I think I also heard her sing Yagudang. In the Skidegate dialect, that would be respect, where we say Yakdang. We don't pronounce the W, and they have a U instead of a W. Okay, we are going. Are there any questions about any of these Christmas songs that you've been hearing or?
You know the word for drum that she was saying? It kind of sounded like dojo to me.
Yeah, we say it differently in our dialect. We say it gujao. But um, the way it's spelled in the dictionary is really different than how we pronounce it.
Mm.
In the dictionary, it's spelled as gao jiao, but it's gujao. So, which could easily mess me up because I'm a literal learner. And but I wish they would have spelled it G-U with a tone mark U, J-A-A-W, then my brain would know Kujau. But for some reason, they have it spelled with two A's instead of two U's. Now for that question, let's go back to where we left off. We were in replacing English with Ida. Does everyone remember how to say their name in Haida?
On.
Anyone need practice?
No.
Okay. You said yes? Okay. Let's see. Right here, you would state your name and say Hino di Kian. Hino di Kian. So for me, I would say Rob Yates, Hino di Kian. Hino di Kian. Did you want to practice, Summer?
Oh, I said no.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Sorry. Okay.
Hasti good nice to gung. My bad. I have bad hearing. Let's move along. You guys know how to introduce yourselves. Okay. We finished off with San and Ansh Kilt Lagan to give thanks to the highest. I have to explain this since it's on the screen. So my aunt knew of this guy who would uh, do favors for the nannies, like chop them wood or fix something around the house. And when he was done, they would, as a term of endearment, not sarcastic, but it can be used both ways. But as a term of endearment, they would tell the young man that was helping them out, "How's gonna? Thanks, think thing." um, but a lot of times it's used uh, to get a chuckle. There's a Haida here in Craig that I say this. Uh, um, we'll say we'll say just gonna tasting thing, and and then if we talk in English and we're done, we'll say I was gonna, and then we'll laugh. Um, but yeah, this is why uh, this is here. It's a real thing. Whether it's a term of endearment or if it's there for a chuckle. I know it doesn't really fit in because before that we were saying a bunch of sacred things, and then all of a sudden we had thanks, think thing. um, but it's a cultural thing. Um, don't know how other else to describe it. Okay, this highlighted phrase. I love this one. Um, in Kazan last year, they got a totem pole returned that had been gone for 116 years. And went over there and spent the night and realized, oh, the totem pole is going to need to be blessed. Um, and it would be a big part of the ceremony. And so I wrote a blessing for the totem pole. Um, And this was part of it. Aji, Sinai, Ich, Sanadam. We celebrate this day. We commemorate this day. You could also say this on somebody's birthday, whatever the occasion is. Aji, Singai, Ich, Sangadam. Aji, Singai, Ich, Sangadam. We celebrate this day. We commemorate this day. Pasquale.
Aji Sengai Ik Sanadang.
Gulagan. Antlagu is.
Aji, Singai, Eat, Sung Adang.
Gulagan. Kungai Gujanga Iskin Kungai Denai.
Aji, Singai, Ich, Sangadang.
Aji Sangai East Sangadam.
Gulagan. Islinga Kiladas.
Aji Sanai each Sangang. Oh, Sang Adang.
Gulagan. Skull.
Aji Sangai East Sangai Sangai San.
Sorry?
Can you say the last word again?
Okay. Sangadam.
Sanam.
Gulagan. Okay, this one's gonna be easy. Skuna. Thanks, think, thing. It could be said as a term of endearment, or it could be said for chuckle, or it could be pure sarcasm. Any of those three. How skuna huntlaigu is.
How Skuna?
That was good. I'm sorry. I just had the chuckles. Kungai Gujanga.
How Skuna?
I'm gonna have to put this. I'm gonna have
Is the
to
more
put
you
this.
say, the are you more stinky?
Oh,
Like how Skuna?
wow. I've never had anyone say that before, but you're right. If you exaggerate it, yeah. It would be like, hey, thanks. You really stink. Yeah, it's a cultural thing. I don't know how to describe it, but um, I did put it in a scripted conversation before Kunai Kujanga. And so don't be surprised if we have a scripted conversation with this in it. Itlana Kiladas.
How Skuna.
Skal.
How Skuna.
Paswal.
Awa Skuna.
Okay. These are just basic everyday phrases. So in our language, we say Sunadan Hedan Allah. It's our typical greeting. Sunadan Hedan. How are you doing? But there are other ways. So instead of done, we have ga. Let me do a little bit of phonetics. Sanu, ga is ga, and then Hayden. How are things? How are things? Or how are things going? Sanuga Hayden. Oh yeah, there's two different ways of saying. We could say Hayden, or we could say Hayden. They are both correct. Someone has written on this verb before, and I think they said something along the lines, because we're blowing so much air from the back of the throat, it could change the pronunciation, and it could be Hayden, Wadu, or Hayden. They are both correct. Sanuga, Hayden. How are things? Taswal,
Sanuga Gedang.
Hulagan, Kungagujangan,
Sanuga Hedang.
Hulagan. How are Islanga Kiladas?
Sinugahidang.
How are Scow?
Sinaka Hayden.
How are Huntlagu is?
Sun Uga Hedong.
How are we can also ask someone, what are your plans for today? So let me see. I think I should type in some phonetics. The new Ayat in Dang Hida Song. Sanu Ayat Gindang. Yeah, this is a good part to break it up. Says Sanu Ayat first, because this is kind of a long question. Then Gindang Hidasam. Sanu Ayat Gindang Hidasam. So our tone mark in the verb is right in the middle. Sanu Ayat Gindang Hidasam. What are your plans for today? Taswal.
Sanu Ayat Gendang Kedasan.
Hulagan. How Antlagu is.
Sun Uayat Gindong Hidasang.
Hulagan. Kungai Gujanga is kin Kungai Dunai.
Sanuai Ayat Gendang Hidasang.
Sanu Ayat Gindang Hidasan.
Hulagan. Islanga Kiladas.
Sinu ayat. Gindang hidasang.
Hulagan. Scowl.
Sinaka Gindang Hidasan.
How okay, this one, the only difference is we took out ayat. So, Sanu Gindan Hidasan. What are your plans? Like for the rest of the day. It could also be translated the same exact way as what are your plans for today? They're both really similar. Ayat is today. So this question has today in it. And so that's crystal clear. If I isn't in the question, it's still going to be today because, um, you know, tomorrow or next week isn't in the question. So, Sanugindang Hidasan, what are your plans? Implying that it means for today or for the rest of the day. Sanugindang Hidasan. Let's see who's at top of the screen. Taoswal.
Sanu Kindang Hadasang.
Gulagan. Antlaigu is.
I was on the phone for a second. Are we at Gindong Hidong?
Oh, sorry, we're right here. Sanugindang Hidasan.
San U Gindong Hidasang.
Gulagan. Ungai Gujangan.
Sanugindang Hidasang.
Sanugindang Hidasang.
How Ishana Kiladas.
Sinugindang Kidasang.
Gulagan. Skal.
Sanugindang Hidasan.
Okay, this next question is very clear. Sanu Adash. Gindang Hidasan. Again, we would break it up right in the middle. If you need a slight pause to come up for air, Sanu Adash Gindang Hidasan. What are your plans for tomorrow? Sanu Adash Gindang Hidasan. Hidasan. Okay. Paswal.
Sanu Adah Kindang Hadasang.
Gulagan. Antlaigu is.
San U Adach Gindong Asang.
Gulagan. Kungai Gujanga.
Sanu Hadash. Gindang Hidasang.
Sanu Adash Gindang Hidasang.
Gulagan. Ishna Kladas.
Sinuadas Kindang Kidasang.
Gulagan. Skal.
Sanu Adas Gendang Hidasan.
Gulagan. Okay. Oh, I need to type in some phonetics. I don't know how to phonetically type A, but that's how I do it. D, ish, ishli, dung, dung ash, d, ishli, dungun. So now I know where it should be broken up. Say those three words first, and then the verb. Dung ash, d, ishli, dungun. Dung ash, d, ishli, dungun. It's too hard otherwise. Yeah, for instance, if I said the first two words, dungash, then went into D Ishli Dungang. That's that's a little tricky. So it's easier for our mouth to say dan HD, slight pause, because we have a long verb here, and then go into Ishli Dungang. Dan HD, Ishli Dungang. Dan HD, Ishli Dungang. Notice how we're hitting the tone marks, but also capturing the rhythm of the language. Dan HD, Ishli Dungang. Okay. Time to go around the room. Hantlaigu is.
Dung HD Ikli Dungang.
Gulagan. Kungai Gujanga.
Dan Ashti Ishli Dangang.
Dan Esti Isli Dangang.
Gulagan. Ishlanga Kiladas.
Dang esh di isli dungang.
Gulagan. Scowl.
Dan is the Dungan.
Gulagan. Paswal.
Dan Esti Isli Dungang.
Gulagan. That was really good, you guys. But now it's going to get a little trickier. Because now we're going to say that we tried. Wait, you tried to tease me is what we're saying. And trying present tense is easy, but we have to do the past tense, and that is where it becomes tricky. Because we have to say skin. That is a tongue twister because we're already making an S sound, and then we have to do the HL blend, and then go into gin for past tense. So skin, skin. It's hard to do. You start off using the front of your mouth, but to get the HL blend, you actually need to take your tip of your tongue and put it behind your upper front teeth, like so. And you can feel the air escaping. Cinch skin, cinch skin. There's no easy way around it. Cinch skin. Yeah, this is a tricky one. If you don't want to try it, you don't have to. This is beginning Haida, but this phrase is more intermediate. It is still, however, replacing English with Haida. So let's see, where does the breakdowns need to occur? We will do DA and then dung, Italy dung, and this verb is hard to pronounce in past tense. Like I said, it's easy in present tense. It would just be since long, way easier in present tense. Past tense, yeah, we have to slide into that HL blend. Sink, skin, sink, skin, sink, skin. So I pronounce sins first, and then I put my tongue behind my upper front teeth and do the HL blend, and then go into gin. So there's 3 separate parts to this verb. Sink, skin, sink, skin, sink, skin. But if you move your tongue and put it behind your upper front teeth, I swear it makes it easier. And then plus you would be pronouncing it authentically. Die is done, ishly done, skin. Let's see. Do you want to practice? Kung I good job.
Die ersten Ischlidan Simpskin.
Oh,
Die ersten Ischlidan Simpskin.
wow. That is amazing. I think you guys did better than I. Islana Kiladas.
Die Echtang Isidang Sinskin.
Oh, Kulagan. Good pronunciation. Skal.
Die is done, is the done since again.
Oh, Kulagan. Right on the mark. Tasfal.
Die Estang Islidang Sinskin.
Yes, you did it. Perfect. Huntlagu is.
Die Eich Dang Italy Dang Sintgin.
Okay, I'm going to say this right now because I've seen you guys take on intermediate phrases before and just blow them out of the water. So, dalam wadluan esti kwagidang. I'm so proud of all of you because this means if you keep on the language, which I hope you do, we're in dire straits here. We have one elder left that speaks the language. There are others who speak the language, but I mean, she's a firstborn speaker. She's the last firstborn speaker. She's also a master Haida weaver. She's known throughout Southeast Alaska. It's Dr. Dolores Churchill. So it's really important that we keep the language alive. And now I'm overtime. So we won't sing the departure song today, but you guys are doing so good. Please, please keep up with the language and let's keep it going. And who knows where it might lead. But you guys are all doing an awesome job. And weekend guy, la da'a'u. Have a good weekend, you guys.